Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I thought I would do a new player's guide on some tips to playing Disgaea RPG because the game just came out yesterday and there isn't really a good guide for the game out at this time. So many thanks to Moots on the Disgaea RPG Discord for providing a lot of this information. He's a player who played the Japanese version, so he has a lot of experience with it. A bunch of the information will be in this video description, such as the 6 serial codes that are currently available, such as a stat sheet to this game for the heroes, and a link to the Japanese tier list so that people can decide which heroes they want to get at this time. So, first things first then. This game has no PvP elements to it. Right? So this is purely a PvE game. So it's a casual, play as you go kind of game. There's no rush to do anything. Just when you feel like playing, feel free to. Secondly, what is very important to note is in 2 weeks, a top tier character will be released, and it's the New Year Rosalind. So she is an SS tier hero, even in Japan. All right. So she remains top tier for as long as the game has been out. And she's top tier because, despite being as old as the game, she provides her team with speed boosts. Okay. And there's almost no real ways to increase speed. It's very, very limited. So the fact that she provides a team-wide speed boost makes her remain at the top tier level as a result. Right. So if you can, save up your crystals because you're going to definitely want to draw for Rosalind when she gets released. Third, then, is that at the start of the game, there is a pool of 10 4-star heroes that you can only choose one of those 10. Right? Of those 10, there are 3 that are top tier. The first one is Disgaea. Right? Disgaea is top tier because she has some very low SP cost AoE attacks. So that makes it very convenient to use her to wipe out maps quickly and efficiently. The second top tier character is Laharl, because he is a top tier single damage striker. And the third hero who is top tier on that banner is Torres. So I don't have him and I don't plan to get him because he plays a very similar role as Laharl. So what I personally did was I started off with Disgaea and then I re-rolled to get either Laharl or Torres. And I got Laharl, so this is my account. Right. So all 3 of these heroes, so Laharl, Torres, and Disgaea, remain pretty good. Okay. On the Japanese server, they're considered the S tier level. So they're not SS anymore, but they are still S tier. So still very, very usable heroes, in other words, in the long term. Now, if anyone wants to access the stat sheet or the tier list, once again, they'll be in the video description. Okay. So the next tip that I have is that once you've selected your 4-star hero, you get to pick some, generic characters, generic 2-star characters. And the recommendation for you to pick those generics is 4 Thieves. Okay. The reason you want to pick 4 Thieves is because the Thieves have a ability skill where chest drop rate is increased by 3%. If you play 4 of them with Disgaea, what this means is you have a quick map clearing AoE character with 4 Thieves boosting your chest drop rate by 12%. So this allows you to farm maps to have a higher chance of getting items. But keep in mind, of course, that is a farming party. For your main party, you're going to want to start building up heroes that can actually fight. And you can see that I have a bunch built up. I'm going to use Disgaea and Laharl. I'm actually using Fallen Angel Flown as well as Noelle because these 2 heroes are just currently bonus heroes in the ongoing events. So they're not necessarily the greatest heroes, but the fact that they're bonus heroes for this event, meaning that they give additional points when I do the battles in this event, makes me use them. Okay. And Noelle was a hero that you could exchange for. So that's why I'm using her. So. Alright. Next, okay. What you need to be aware of is for this particular game, there are no consumable items for you to use to level up your heroes. So you have to level them up through battling. Alright? So it is a little bit of a hassle there. Just keep that in mind. So the ideal early game party would be, heroes that you really plan to use, such as Laharl and Desco, and then either 3 thieves, or in my case, I'm using point up characters with 1 thief, because I'm just trying to do as much of the event as I possibly can. The next thing is about heroes and duplicates of heroes then. So duplicates actually have a very, very useful use, and they're used in Mao's lab. Okay. So Mao's lab, you can use duplicate heroes for either Awakening or NE, power up. Okay. So NE stands for Nether Enhance, and what NE does is you need a duplicate of the hero, and when you NE enhance someone, they start unlocking their special abilities. Far more important to use your duplicate heroes to Nether Enhance than to star up. So if you get a duplicate of your SSR, of your 4-star heroes like Laharl and so on, use them for Nether Enhancing. The other reason for this is because for Awakening, what you can do for Awakening is it simply needs characters at the same star level. So you don't necessarily have to use your top characters. In fact, you can Awaken by upgrading these prinnies that you earn from clearing the main storyline battles. So, for example, if I just feed this if I feed this prinny 5 prinnies, like this, what will happen is it stars up to 2 stars. So as you feed prinnies, duplicates of prinnies to each other, they'll slowly but steadily star up. And then you can use them eventually to upgrade your other characters. So definitely not, you should not use your 4-star characters to star up characters to 5-star, right? Just be patient. As you get more and more prinnies, you can start using the prinnies to star up your characters instead. So I'm just going to upgrade 1 more because I have 5 more here. And that leaves me with currently 3 2-star prinnies. Right? And then slowly I can get more of these prinnies and then eventually star up my better characters. Right. So the next thing I should mention is that you see here that it says these locations are unlocked after your character reaches level 100, right? In Mao's lab. Well, I currently have 2 characters at level 100 and I can't open it. What's going on? Well, the reason for that is simple. You actually just need to restart your game. So I'm going to just quickly close my game and rerun it. And it's going to take a little bit to load. But once you have your character hit level 100, if you restart the game like I did, the new locations in Mao's lab will unlock. So anytime something is supposed to unlock and it doesn't, just do what I just did. Restart the game. So this character's level has been maxed out. I can't get any stronger, right? And now I can upgrade it in Mao's lab. You're starting to understand how great my lab is, Nitro. We'd like to increase this character's level above 100. So, let the character reincarnation experiment begin. What killed you makes you stronger. Dying does tend to sting a little. So after you reincarnate a max level character, you can increase their maximum level. Level 100, level 200, level 1000, level 2000, all the way to level 9999. This is the only way to become the strongest. You'll only die a little. Poor Prinny. So, choose the experimental Prinny. It costs HL in materials to reincarnate. Right? So, after reincarnation, the character will get higher stat increase with every level. So, even at the same level, the same character would now be stronger than before. and it takes less experience to level up after reincarnation. So they'll get stronger faster. So there we go. So when you reincarnate, you get mana. Mana can be used to enhance abilities with mana allocation. So there are two ways to enhance your character's abilities: cheat and weapon mastery. So if you allocate mana here, so you can increase weapon skills and whatever. And in cheats, you can allocate stat increases here. Right? So if you want to increase attack or something, you just allocate the mana, and they'll upgrade this way. Poor experimental Prinny. So in my case, I would want to reincarnate with the materials that I have on both Laharl and Disco. So there we go. And so as they reincarnate, you're gonna have to use them in battles again to level them back up so that they can fight again. And other than that, the final thing that I really want to mention would be some things about combat. Oh, sorry. Final thing in Mouse Lab I should mention is first about the Nether Enhance. Okay? So first method is of course getting the duplicates, right? But getting duplicates of your 4-star heroes can be pretty difficult. So there is another way to actually upgrade them. And the method is through Prinnies, of course. So if I go into the event, for example, what we'll see is in the exchange section, there is this Rainbow Prinny, right? The NE Prinny. So what these Rainbow Prinnies do is that they will take the place of your duplicate character. So if you have these Rainbow Prinnies, you can use them to NE Enhance. Right? In addition to the Rainbow Prinnies that you can potentially get from events, there is also these Prinny Husks, so Rainbow Prinny Husk, and they're like shards. Okay? If you get 100 shards or 100 Prinny Husks, they take the same role as one of these NE Prinnies or Rainbow Prinnies. So the husks, they generally can come from these events as well. Like very often, once you hit 15,000 points, you automatically get a Prinny Husk. So it does take time to collect 100 of them, but the fact that most events give you them means that over time you can certainly unlock the characters that you get. So in other words, it's much more important for you to get a character and get lots of them than to get duplicates. Duplicates do offer a nice advantage, but at the end of the day, over time, you can unlock the characters anyways. Quick side note, so the reason why getting duplicates and unlocking the Nether Enhance is so important is because, for example, if I take a look at Laharl, getting one duplicate of him will increase his damage by skills by 45% right there. Right? And then another duplicate will increase all his stats by 30%. So these are basically massive buffs, meaning the more duplicates you get, the better your characters get. Okay. So that pretty much covers Mouse Lab and the Prinnies and so on. And the very last thing I want to show is just a few things to make your life easier while playing this game. And the very first thing is that if you want to if you don't want to spend as much time grinding, there is a way to increase the speed of your battles. But it has to be done in battle, which is slightly annoying. So I'm just going to find a battle to play, maybe in the Dark Gate, for example. And I guess I'll just clear maybe, let's say, the first stage here. So let's battle it. And what you can do is, okay, I'm going to turn off auto for a second, but in the menus here, so in the menu, if you go into settings, there is a way to skip animations, right? So you can turn on skip skill animations or turn on skip skill animations you have already seen. So that way you won't watch any of the skill animations, and that will save you a bunch of time. And of course, turning on 4x speed and auto will make the battles clear much faster. So this will save you a lot of time when you grind if it's not constantly playing every single skill animation. Right. And I think that pretty much covers everything I want to talk about at this time in this first video. Okay. If there are other questions or you maybe have about the game right now, please leave them in the comments below. Maybe I'll make another video in the future about those issues so that people can view it and have answers to the issues they're encountering. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this video useful to you. And on that note, Nitro out.